Don't invite your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas bustin' shit. No, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with. Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich. You feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich. You feel me? Feel the rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled the rich, you feel me? Hey, it ain't no love for your brother. It ain't no love for your sister. It ain't no love for no junkie. It ain't no love for the pusher. It ain't no love for the honest. It ain't no love for the real. It ain't no love for the loyal. Looking for love, get you killed. Filthy is what you gotta get. You gotta get dirty if you're trying to get rich. It's back to the mud, cause you gotta show love to all of the ones who will never see this. To all the little kids with no Christmas list. No TV, no bed, and no food on they dish. No father around, now they malnourished. That hindering aid coming from the government. You gotta get filthy. Fuck a job, open up a business. Haters gon' watch when you kill shit. Every murder case got a witness. Whole block going through the blues. Coming from the bottom, do you feel it? Cause being broke leave a hole in your soul. Put your fists in the air, black folk, if you feel me. I say I came from the bottom, no lights, no gas. You can get robbed, no pipe, no mask. Throw a tea party, don't invite your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas bustin' shit, no, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with. Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, filled it, rich, you feel me? It ain't no love for your brother. It ain't no love for your sister. It ain't no love for no junkie. It ain't no love for the pusher. It ain't no love for the honest. It ain't no love for the real. It ain't no love for the loyal. Looking for love, get you killed. Filthy is what you gotta get.
Yeah. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupac in, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupac in, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Follow us through the hypogeum to the Coliseum. I'm talking Machiavellian tactics mixed with Panther pride. The ghost of a Feeney walking right by my side. It's the Theosophia, the concrete spiritual warfare. Plotting on the liberation while the system just stare. Pac saw the maze, saw the traps in the code. Told us thug life was the acronym to help us explode. Out the poverty cycle, out the mental cage. Redefining the criminal onto revolutionary stage. He wasn't just rapping, he was building the front. Uniting the Crips and the Bloods on the hut. For a peace treaty signed in the blood of the block. Turning the hood to a nation steady ticking the clock. From the hypogeum, that's the cell of the deep. Where the secrets of the struggle and the ancestors sleep. To the Coliseum floor Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupacian, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupacian, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Follow us through the Hypogeum to the Coliseum. Yeah! It's the study of God through the eyes of the oppressed. Theosophy in the gutter, unity of death. Follow the light through the underground. We going from the pits to the stage. NGA.
Yeah. It's your boy Anu Kakarakt back at it again. Y'all know how we do. You know what I'm saying? It's an open panel. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to come up? You know what I'm saying? Pop their shit, man. Come pop your shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do what we do, and we gonna keep it moving. We got a couple of things. I want to talk to y'all about something that's I've been thinking about for a minute. Hold on. I got some.
Yo, what's good?
So what up, King Naga, bro?
And I'm chilling. The father guy settled. What's happening with it?
Oh man, I'm just doing what we do best. And I wanted to talk about some a couple things that I had on my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick. Let's see. So this is basically what I wanted to talk about the Ellis Island babies. So a lot of people don't know this, but when we talk about like reparations, when we talk about the white man, this, that, and the other, and just dealing with that sensitive topic, right? When we dealing with that, do anybody ever consider that between the 1600s and the 1800s, the white man population was actually under distress, right? And they trumped the numbers up to make it seem like it was massive amounts of people here, when in actuality it really was not massive amounts of people here, and they had to repopulate the United States because of war, pestilence, famine, disease, all of those things. So we can sit here and talk all day about all of the different wars that happened from 1600s. Let me know if you can hear me. We could talk about all of the wars that happened from the 1600s all the way up until like the 1850s, the late 1800s, and we could talk about those wars and talk about the amount of people that actually died. You know what I'm saying? And most of those people were Europeans. So I don't know if y'all understand how long it takes to get 1 million people to the United States. Like to get people to the continental United States in a time where you didn't have steam powered ships, they were only using wind power, right? So these ships is not like they were carrying tens of thousands of people at one time. No, that's not what was happening. There was not tens of thousands of people coming at one time. These ships, for the most part, some of them only held about 400 people, 600 people at the most. And a lot of times it wasn't even filled to capacity. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like when we put the math down, right, from 16, and we could just cap it off from 1600 to, let's say, where you want to go? 1776, when the United States was okay. If we just go in between there, it's just like 100 some odd years, right? Just from 1616 to 1775, 1774, whatever, 76. If we just deal with those times, just in those times alone, there was not millions upon millions upon millions of white people here. the white man really is. I'm a restrain from using that word, white man. I'm gonna say white tea. The white tea people are very crafty when it comes to psychological warfare. So he who controls information controls the minds of the people. So you have to understand with all of the reconstruction and the shifting people around, shifting populations around, changing history, erasing history, creating new narratives and stuff. Nobody actually know where they come from. No, like it's especially here in the United States. It's just a big, huge debacle when it comes to that understanding. So I like to put on the table that a lot of the white people that are here in the United States aren't necessarily the same white tea people who enslaved your ancestors. Not necessarily. Now, they still benefited from the system that was put in place before them, but they're not necessarily the same white tea people. And the reason why is because, like we said, with famine, war, pestilence, and all of those other things, there's other factors that are included in there, weather, there's all type of factors. When you put those factors in there, then you understand that it was impossible for there to be just millions upon millions, tens of millions of white people here traveling in those small ships coming back and forth across the Atlantic. There would still be ships traveling to this day. There would still be like we could actually pull up Google or pull up any AI and start putting in the numbers and putting in the variables, and you will see that it doesn't add out. Now, I actually already did that. I got a document that we can actually review on that, but I'm gonna hit play on this because, like I said, a lot of people don't know that the majority of the white people that's here in the United States today are actually Ellis Island babies. They're Ellis Island babies and they're orphan trained babies. So a lot of them don't even have this history that our ancestors remember. A lot of them don't even have that history because they wasn't here. So I'm gonna just hit play so y'all can get a understanding, and then we can actually sit back, kick the breeze, and talk about it. Like I said, it's an open panel. I'm gonna put I already put the link in the chat. So if anybody listening and y'all want to get in, just come on up and we can have us a little shindig. But I'm gonna hit play on it. Shout out to the Best Film Archives. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check them out. The Best Film Archives. Subscribe, like, share, subscribe to them. If you ain't already rolled
over 12 million men, women, and children passed this way. Passed through rooms
rolled up and blazed up.
Which remains only in places once noisy with human life.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's good.
Here they bought tickets for 1,000 places in America. Here they traded their drachmas, their liras, and their ruples for dollars. Here they sang their first American songs, experienced their first American Christmas and Hanukkah. Here they waited to be given permission to pass over to the new land. Tens of millions of us have relatives who came this way. Sat in this room. Part of the largest human migration in history.
What up, son?
What up, God?
Of the many who came.
Say what's good, bro?
What up, God? My brother from a different mother, Ruger the Lion, aka Original Thought, in the fucking building, bro. How you doing today, man? It's cold as hell.
Yeah, it's cold as shit, bro. I'm out here doing my last bit of run around. I had to go get a motherfucking snow blower. I done bought all kinds of plastic and tarps to lay down on the ground and shit.
Bruh, I seen a reel the other day with this Englishman from England, and he was basically talking shit about Americans. He was like, the craziest thing he ever seen was American shoveling his snow with a flamethrower. And he was like, is this even legal? And I'm sitting here thinking like, well, damn, that's a great ass idea.
No, it is. It's absolutely. It's legal. It's legal. I ain't even think about that, bro. I could have been on that wave.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't even think about that, like a flamethrower, right? And like at first I was thinking like that's dumb because once you hit it with the flame, it's gonna turn to water, and then it's gonna be ice. But I'm thinking like, no, it's a flamethrower. That shit's gonna be safe. It's gonna be.
But even when it melted down the water, you know what I mean? Just take the shoveling out of it. You feel me? You just throw the salt down. You good.
No, real talk. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, because right now it's already started here. It's already a blanket of snow down. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, the city workers is out there putting down the salt, shoveling salt, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, be honest with y'all, you know what I'm saying, this is to everybody out there. And I know this is a little off topic, but you ain't necessarily always got to get paid to do shit, yo. Sometimes you ought to just do shit just because it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
You got enough negative shit out there, you feel me? So you try to even that shit out, dog, baby. Throw some positive shit up in there, dog, baby. You got an old neighbor or a disabled neighbor, feel me? Or maybe a single parent, mother or father, you feel me, that got kids and they can't get around to it. You feel me? Just hit that shit up real quick.
And, you know, I mean, you know what, to be honest with you, it really feel good. It feel good to do shit for people. It feel good to be a humanitarian. I like to fancy myself a humanitarian. I know my brother Ruger Lion is most definitely a humanitarian. You know what I'm saying? So like, I like humanitarian things. A lot of things about humanity really pisses me off, but when I see humans help each other selflessly and they do it without expecting things in return, that really touches my heart. And then it makes me feel all mushy and shit in the inside. And as an American, I don't like feeling mushy all the time, but when I do, it touches me. You know,
right.
For real.
For y'all that don't know what he's talking about, that feeling, that's what being human is about, I guess. I know what feeling he's talking about. That shit feel good. You feel me?
It feel good. Like I talk shit about the police all the time. I talk shit about the FOP. I talk shit about the government and all of that type of stuff. But at the same time, I also share videos and reels where police are doing good things. Not always
right.
They do. Like I seen, it was this one video I just watched where this woman, she basically she was in love with this man. They got married, and the day that they bought their house, the not even their dream house, it's the house that they could afford, little shotgun, you know, 1-story house, the one that they could afford. The day that they got approved was the day that he died. Was the same day that he died, bro. And so she was so heart-stricken over that she went and spent all the money that they were supposed to use on the house and spent it on his burial and gave him a nice grave and put like a bench out there, you know, a marble bench out there where she could sit down with him and talk. And because she spent all of her money and resources on that shit, she started living on top of the grave. Like literally, like in the cold. She was basically there for like a whole year, living out on the grave. And then like the people found out that she was doing it and called the police on her. And the police showed up and heard her story. And instead of arresting her, instead of arresting this woman, which he could have because she was trespassing, you know what I'm saying? Dude went and comped her a house himself, bro. This was a white cop. This was a black woman, old black woman. It wasn't like nothing was like attractive about it or make you like want to like submit to it or anything like that. It was just pure fucking humanity. It was just
right.
It's like, and like now they best friends. He comes over our house all the time, and I'm just like, maybe that was staged. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. All I do, what up, Sadiq? All I know is I recognize humanity when I see it. And I think all humans are ingrained with humanity, and it takes a society to teach you to be inhumane. Yeah. I believe humanity is the default setting for all humans. And when you're born into a society, they are the ones who teach you all that evil, diabolical shit. And that's where all of that stuff comes from. But I don't think humans are inherently evil. I think we are inherently endowed with love and mercy and compassion. I think those are the things that drives our species. As a species, I think that's what drives us. And I think sometimes greed and materialism kind of overshadows those things. But I think deep down, the core essence of humanity is rooted in compassion, mercy, and just love. I think that's just innate in all humans. I think all humans automatically love as soon as they pop out the pee. You feel what I'm saying? I believe it's already there. It's already ingrained in them, and then you got to get taught to not love. I think it's harder to teach a person to not love than it is to just make a person love and accept. I don't know, but like I said,
Right.
what up with you, brother Sadiq, man?
Right. Man, listening to the chop up, bro. Listening to the chop up, man. Taking it in, bro. So otherwise, chilling. What about you, man?
Man, that hey man, so I started the stream for real to talk about the fact that the so-called white tea people, white tea
Right.
society that we know today is not necessarily the same white tea people as the ones who enslaved our ancestors. And I want to say that with a grain of salt because I'm not saying that all of those people are completely gone. I'm just saying that the vast majority of the ones that's here, which is the reason why I think a lot of them have this disassociation issue with the whole slavery narrative, is because their ancestors wasn't part of it. And my evidence for that is the Ellis Island, right? I believe that most of the Europeans that's here today are descendants of Ellis Island babies and orphan train babies. They're not necessarily the same Europeans that came over during colonial times, because most of them died through war and pestilence. Pestilence, famine, disease, just natural wear and tear of the body from the weather. I think those things actually killed most of those people. You see what I'm saying? And they had to repopulate the nation in order to get that shit calculating again, in order to power the industrial revolution and all of that stuff that was happening. They had to repopulate, and so they opened up the borders and let all of the immigrants in until they got enough, and then after that it was like, hey, there's a problem.
Hey, I hear you. Yeah. What do you think of how? What do you think happened with now? What do you think happened with that? You said the money went to the grave with these people, these descendants. You say are not necessarily here any longer.
Yeah, well,
money
no,
that they
the
brought-
money didn't go to the grave because the
Facts.
system that they put in place is still there, and the ones who took their place benefits from it. So it don't
Facts.
matter. It don't matter
Right.
if those people are gone. The policies are still in place, and you didn't change the policies when you came. You kept the policies the same.
Pretty
So-
much, right? Yeah.
Regardless, if you aren't those people, you're still guilty because you continued on the process. You see what I'm
Facts.
saying? So it does not
Right.
eliminate anybody. I'm just pointing out the obvious to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not, like I said again, this is not to give nobody a pass, because it's not a pass.
Right.
It's not a pass. Like if I came and stole somebody's shit, right? And then I turned around and gave you the shit, right? And I let you use
Right.
the shit, you use and stole the
Right.
shit. And then let's say I die or I get locked up and you still using the shit. You
Right.
think just because I'm gone, that's not stolen property? It's still stolen property.
Facts, bro.
That's still stolen
Yeah.
property. And it don't matter how long you use it, it's still stolen property. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And possession is 9/10 of the law. So when some shit is in your possession, you foot
Right.
the bill.
Yeah.
You
Let
would-
alone if I decide to start business, an empire out of it, an industrial
You know what I'm
complex,
saying?
military complex. I mean, it can go on and on. Getting into that. Yeah.
So like all of this stuff to me in the news dealing with immigration, ICE, all that stuff, all of this goes back fundamentally to one topic to me. One fundamental topic. Let me guess if any one of y'all can guess what that topic is to be.
Let's see.
What y'all think that is?
Citizenship, and law.
It's close. For me, it's reparations. For
Right.
me, it
Facts.
always
Exactly.
goes back to
Oh yeah.
reparations.
Right. Right.
We
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
even be having this issue. We wouldn't even be having this problem if you would
Goddamn
have
law reparation laws passed up in this
played
bitch.
by the
Right.
rules. If you
Facts.
just would have played by the rules, we wouldn't have had none of these issues. See,
Right.
and I want y'all to hear me out on this, because I don't want to sound insensitive, but I want to speak real. Can I speak real with y'all? You feel what I'm
Just speak
saying?
real, brother.
Right. I
Keep it
rather
real,
you,
brother.
I rather you do it like that.
Now,
Yeah, bro.
I believe that this is the Native Americans' land. I do believe that this is Native Americans' land, but I also believe that it belongs to those who are willing to shed blood and die for it. And that's anything. That's anything. I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying? Even the thief,
Right.
the thief, he believes in it so much he's willing to put his life and freedom on taking it from you. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think that means something. With that being said, I feel like the Indians conceded. They left. We never signed a document that said we stopped resisting. We never
Right.
signed a treaty that
Right,
said
right.
that we stopped fighting against these motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We never took a deal. We never took a deal. We still here in the same position we was back then. But the Indian, the Native Americans, they took a deal. Y'all took a deal, bro. Y'all signed paperwork. Y'all decided to go on that Trails of Tears bullshit when you could have said, fuck y'all, we gonna fight about it. Instead, you took the softer route and you left.
Nah,
You
but according
advocated your position.
to the way the studies though, them motherfuckers, it is a whole ploy, right? Like they signed the papers, but they got a group of people to assume being another group of people and sign paperwork under the names of those people and assume those people's identity. Right.
Right. And also,
Yeah.
I want to say to like those Native Americans who did take that deal, taking that deal and not fighting was the most un-American thing you could have ever did, because
Right.
the American thing to do would have been to fight for your land, to defend it, fight for your freedom, and you know what I'm saying. It's like and take that shit to the grave with you. You know what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
that
you
was
see all
American
you see
act.
all the information coming out now, right, about the shit. They basically saying that, from what I say in the reading, that the motherfucker. That's why I don't even. I'm caught up on the government being saying these 5 particular tribes. So like, I think all that shit made up. Keep it 100.
What you mean?
Like, according to what's coming out now, you feel me? They saying that they cutting people off of that shit. Whole families being quote unquote native people for generations, that they're not native people. We putting people inside of that reservation shit.
Oh, you got real muffled, bro. I could barely hear you.
Oh yeah, they basically kicking niggas off of the plantation, taking they motherfucking monthly stipends from them and shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because it's coming to light that the people who they are saying are the Native Indians are not the Native Indians.
Yeah, you talking about what? Yeah, you know, it's a lot of that going on right now, man. And like I said, I don't have a
Right.
dog in the fight because I feel like I'm both. And I don't think I should be put in a position where I have to choose. But that's my own. You know what I'm saying? That's my own thing. Is I just don't feel like we should have to choose. So whether I'm Native American, whether I'm Native African, what fucking business is it of yours? Like, why should that even fucking matter? You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that should matter is I'm a person in need and I need X, Y, and Z. The particulars of what I identify with should not even be a government issue.
Right.
You see what
Especially born here, right?
Yeah, especially if I'm born here. Like what I'm identifying as means nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think when I think we kind of lose sight. I think we kind of lose real sight of about that when we focus on that particular. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Right. There's a lot
I
of
think
shit
you're onto something.
predicated on shit that it
Right.
shouldn't be predicated on. But that's just the paperwork and the propaganda and how they got this shit written up at the end of the day. A lot of this shit we don't need. Niggas, we don't need people arguing about who is who when niggas got information to let niggas know who is who. You feel me? If anything. At the end of the day. Like shit, this goofy shit.
Yeah,
No, for real.
I think when particularly with Taylor Rail, when you said when money is going to be involved, we have to definitely lay claim to our legacy as citizens in this country from in our community, because them divvying out any kind of money, they're gonna go heavily on that, and they do pay out other people. I mean, they don't do really go to lengthy studies
know
and all
what's
that shit they
crazy?
try to put us through, but we definitely got to lay claim because we so cool open, we come with an open arm approach with our historical facts and achievements, and we offer them out to people like because we don't care, we abundant like that. But they try, a lot of these motherfuckers take our shit, rename it, claim it for their own, and now here they become gatekeepers of our shit under another name and all this other shit we can go into. And they try to make like we don't have anything, no culture, anything. They get all of our money, man, through whether it's direct transactions from the retail area in the area, cities or wherever they find us at, or either through the grants and federal policies and programs and all of this. And so right now, man, it's a lot of us, man, trying to redefine this shit, man. We stepping back from a lot of international other people's issues, whether stateside or international, man, so we can reclaim. And we're doing actually pretty good right now. We're actually making traction in the reparations claim. Incredibly unbelievable.
No, real talk. Like, and that's why.
Dude, we making traction like from 60 years ago. Right.
Like in San Francisco, they trying to change things right now. They talking about rolling out reparations for the citizens and stuff. So that we definitely taking strides in the right direction. I just want to see it more instead of like state by state case. Like if it was more like a national
Las Vegas
thing.
joined them now.
The niggas gotta start a league or a conference or something and then get recognized. That's why that country over there in Africa, motherfucking having African Americans come over there with the dual citizen shit, right? They trying to file for reparations for African Americans type shit, right? And that shit, niggas need to pay attention to that. You feel me? Because there's shit going on with that. But niggas gotta form a league. That's how everybody else got their reparations.
Las Vegas doing it now.
Yeah, but niggas gotta form a united league in the United States, right? And then get motherfucking notarized or backing from one of them African countries over there. That's what every other people did that got their reparations at the end of the day. You feel me? They don't got a problem. Niggas gotta do it the right way at the end of the day. Because keep it at 100, right? For the average African American, and most African Americans are average, right? At the end of the day, when we talking about a whole, know what I mean? But when it comes to economic shit and how motherfuckers think. As soon as they get that money to niggas, bro, what, a year and a half, they gonna have 70% of that shit back.
And but you know what? I don't think that's an issue. I don't think that's an issue. I don't think like a lot of people make that a thing. Like, oh well, they're gonna get 70-80% of his money back. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of them niggas wasn't kings to begin with. They wasn't.
Right.
I mean, like you gotta understand that, like 85% of the population is deaf, dumb, and blind. Like when the Nation of Islam say that, they not lying.
Right.
They not lying. Like 85% of the population is deaf, dumb, and blind. And so yeah, they are consumer slaves. They gonna go out buy this, buy that. Great. They're gonna become the new consumer class. You just need to be new manufacturing class. So they're consuming your product. That's the only thing. Now, if they're consuming, whether they're consuming your products or our products, really don't matter because it goes back into the system and gets recycled.
Yeah, but the thing about that though, the chances are of you being an African American selling your product to another African American, right? That could literally go and get the shit that they really always wanted is thin.
Yeah,
But them coming, you feel me, keeping it 100.
That's why I said, well, and that just means black businesses gonna have to come with better incentives for people to buy their clothes or buy their
Bro, a
products.
nigga go out this bitch and buy a $3,800 Louis Vuitton shirt, right? Before they buy a $200 shirt from you, because who the fuck are you to be charging somebody $200 for a shirt, right?
Well,
At the end of the day.
But before we even get to the talks about how we going to spend our money, right? We still need to have that talk about how we going to be a unified force before we get the money.
Yeah, they
Right?
ain't gonna be none of that.
We need to be a unified force before we even come up
It
to
ain't gonna be none of that, bro.
It ain't gonna be none of that.
Yeah, that's mute.
But I'm saying, okay, no, hold on, wait. I'm saying, how are you going to get the reparations in the first place without coming together and saying, hey, we all need our money?
No, hey, bro, everything that niggas agree upon prior to a check is gonna be what it is. Once that check comes, nigga, like it's ain't meant for themselves.
Oh, bro, it's gonna be.
No, and I grasp that, but this is what I'm saying though. I don't think niggas is just gonna get no reparations without like the example that we used earlier, the San Francisco. Then somebody said, "Hey,
I agree.
not only
Niggas
San
gonna have to come
Fran,
together.
Thanks, Andrew.
Right.
Niggas
So
gonna
I'm
have
saying,
to
like,
come
in
together.
order to get away from this state by state thing, I think we all need to come together and really be a unit, bro. Otherwise, we have to. Look, y'all might get y'all money years before I get mine. I'm in North Dakota.
Right.
So what we really want is everybody to get money at the same time. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
No, I was gonna say, hence the title of this motherfucker, right? Niggas, never ignorant goals accomplish society. Politics. Listen, if we don't create a political body, they're gonna keep dealing with us as individuals. That's the problem. They're dealing with us as individuals and not as an organic body of people.
And the shit that's crazy about that is everybody ain't gonna get it doing it like that.
Nah, you're not.
The money gonna be gone. Resources gonna be gone.
Not only that, they can play with the politics of who isn't considered black or African. You know what I'm saying? Like they can sit there and play with that shit. I think that's kind of the narrative of all states that kind of did that. You can come back and prove.
Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, you went out.
You went out, Andrew.
Nigga, the birth certificate that you gave niggas say black on it, African American, nigga. Any of that kind of language, nigga. Those are the people that need to get paid without a question, without a doubt, any of that shit.
Hey, look, see, you got,
especially if it's been on there for years. Don't try to put a new black endorsement because it get paid out. You gotta watch that too. You know that's coming. Bro. You know that's coming.
Oh, yeah. About that though, bro, because
what if motherfuckers took that same approach, like, and I'm being facetious here, like when we looking at Africa, right? And like, okay, anybody that's an African, y'all continent been done to get done dirty, therefore all y'all get money just because you African. But then you look at South Africa, right? Then you look at South Africa, that's all these motherfucking white folks that there.
So,
you know what I mean?
Like, let me give you a gist of how I see it, right? I see the United States government owe us. I see that the Crown of England owe us. I see that the Crown of Portugal and Spain and Dutch, the Dutch, all of those crowns owe us. And you know who else owe us more than all of them motherfuckers? The Vatican.
Get on their ass.
The Vatican. Now we'll deal with the Arab and the African on our own terms once we have a political body, because technically the Arabs are our cousins, regardless if we want to admit it or not. They are our cousins. But Africans are our brothers, and we'll deal with our brothers on our own terms. That ain't none of their fucking business. That's not none of their fucking business what deals we set up with the African states that played a part in that. That ain't got nothing to do. That's look, y'all. That's, to me, that's non sequitur. That's not secular. You bring it up after. No, we talk about the United States government. After we deal with them, nigga, we could deal with the Crown of England. Then we could deal with the Crown of Spain and Portugal. And then the Dutch. All of these, but we could bankrupt all these motherfuckers. What is you talking about?
Right.
Bankrupt all of them. Look, we're looking at small fish. Y'all looking at the United States government. No, that's our host country. We actually have leniency on them because honestly, they didn't come into power until fucking 1776.
Yeah, until the British left out and abandoned us. You know what I'm saying? They ran out.
Look, the British had formed the.
Hold on, are you saying we should be trying to get money from who?
I'm saying
the Crown of Britain, the United States, the American government, the Crown of Britain, the Crown of France, the Crown of Spain. All of them.
African nations as well.
All of those institutions played a part,
and also Arab
still
nations as well.
To this day, they still exist to this day. If you didn't want to get your ass sued, your bitch ass should have changed your name, but you didn't. You didn't. You're still the same people, and you're still the same organization. So
same
government.
Keyword government, right? The governments are still there, right?
And Netanyahu, y'all people ain't off the hook neither.
Facts.
Now we can't even deal with them. Like they. I'm gonna be honest with you. The white man gonna tear his ass up. The white man gonna tear Israel ass up. And they gonna do Israel something dirty like that. That's coming.
It's also
that's wrote in the books. That's wrote in the books. Like that's.
Oh, they're gonna tear their ass up at the end of the day.
They gonna tear their ass up.
Bad. It also should be not only a federal. It should be on the international level, the federal level, the state level. You know what I'm saying? And we got to go after these motherfucking Fortune 500 companies who still exist today that were part and partial in that shit and benefited from it majorly too. It's like all y'all on the hook. It's like, nah, I ain't just aiming at one provocateur or, you know what I'm saying, combatant in this war. That's what it was. It's a constant state of war. You know what I'm saying? And y'all owe us.
So
no doubt.
So I'm saying that reparations is our biggest political tool, right? It's the biggest political tool we have. So with that being said, I'm saying let's use it to our advantage. I'm saying to the government, right? Listen. Okay, so listen. Yes, they owe us, right? The United States government owe us. That's true. They need to run their pockets and do what the fuck they got to do. But because Britain owe us, the France, Spain, Portugal, and the Vatican, all of them, basically damn near the European Union almost.
We had the entire Western world, pretty much.
Look.
We talking about NATO in a nutshell, basically.
Yes, look. If the United States got behind African Americans on pressing them for reparations, it'll bankrupt them. It'll bankrupt them and put the United States in a more superior position than them. You see what I'm saying? It's tactical.
I think the United States would
it's like
the United States would be isolated at that point, man. Because economically, like, hey, nigga, if we supposed to be on the same team, also global trade shit, and you forcing me to foot the bill of the people that y'all captured and brought up over there, you know what I'm saying? And these are the people that's making the most noise, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people.
Nah, but
see, that's what we doing.
That's the American people that's demanding the shit.
Hey,
It's the difference, though.
So I'm saying, like, if a motherfucker was making me foot that bill, say I'm Europe or whatever the fuck, I'm one of them countries that that very much had their hands on slavery, very much though. But y'all niggas that ended up, y'all the motherfuckers that ended up with the kids of the slaves that's making this argument now, right? That's making this argument now. Why the fuck are y'all gonna make me pay when y'all clearly got the jewels of the planet right now captured over there?
Because Drew, it's like the crown of Britain made a promise to the over 100,000 niggas who joined them in the American Revolution. You know what I'm saying? And they got to honor their promise to our ancestors. They got to honor the promise they made. They pulled out, they withdraw. They only took small numbers into Nova Scotia and into Trinidad and places in the Caribbean, but it's a uncountless number that they left stranded here in the southeast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, y'all left us well armed and all of this type of stuff, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what the
Yeah, but
consequence was for us.
it's
You
like
know what I'm saying?
it's like giving a bunch of niggas
And
a
y'all
bunch of
they doing
guns
that
and
crime.
armor. It's like giving the niggas a bunch of guns and munition, right? But they don't have a supply line. There's no supply line, right? So that means after we run out of this shit, we're done. There's nothing
Right,
else.
right.
Nigga, you left
And
us high and dry.
and I would say that that's probably intentional, right?
Okay,
But what I'm saying is,
Man,
this is what I'm saying, bro. Like slavery is still going on all around the world.
I get
Even in arguably in some parts in the United States, right?
Look, man,
So it's
look.
like, why again, I'm just thinking, I'm not saying what you're saying is a bad idea. I'm just thinking as one of these third party niggas, like, why the fuck these niggas gonna make me pay the bill and y'all still got the jewels of America's of the world captured. Y'all still got him over there.
That's why I'm going at them for what we could document and what they got documented, and you know, under the crown of England, they got this shit documented in their history books. The promises they made to us over here on American soil. After joining them, they promised us freedom and land right here in America. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For joining them, fighting against the
US.
right? You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why you got that verse in the Star Spangled Banner where they talk about killing the hireling and the slave. They're talking about us because they was hiring us to fight for them and giving promises to the enslaved population that if we could escape and join them, that they would grant us freedom and land. These are promises that they made to us that they got to stand by and fulfill. And the Spanish crown made the same promise before the British did, and they also reneged. So yeah, y'all on the hook too. We ain't just going after our own government. Y'all on the hook too.
And that's the same point that I was gonna make is there was promises made from Britain, France, and Spain as far as free land goes and niggas being free. Okay, so they reneged on all of them deals. We whooped France ass. France was supposed to concede to us, not the United States, right? When they conceded Spain, they were supposed to concede to the motherfuckers that whooped their ass, which was us. It was Native Americans and niggas. We was the ones who whooped their ass. We was the reason why you couldn't push no further into the United States. It had nothing to do with no fucking white people. Nothing to do with them. Because it was us. Our people were the ones who knew the land. Our people knew the land. The indigenous African American, the indigenous Africans that were brought here, and the generations of their descendants that were here.
John Horse and the crew. Oh yeah, right.
With the indigenous Native Americans that was here,
right.
That was the reason why Spain couldn't keep a foothold in this joint. So and again, that helped the United States take it. They helped the United States take. But once the British betrayed us, the Spanish betrayed us, the French betrayed us, and then the Native Americans betrayed us. The Native Americans even betrayed us all the way to the point where they conceded their lands to the white men. They could have conceded their lands to the freemen, but they didn't. They gave it to the white. They gave it to the white T-man, right? And again, a lot of those treaties and the stuff that they were signing were being signed by mulattoes, half breeds of Europeans and Native Americans that were stolen from them tribes. Because, like y'all gotta understand how diabolical
we was having that conversation about America, all the ideas and shit. Mm-hmm. It's the same shit. These motherfuckers went over there, promised these people ideas. We operate on the land of the free, hope of the brave. That's also an idea, a concept. But then in practicality, we operate very differently. I'm sure the motherfuckers that signed that deal, that in the aftermath for everything, is like, okay, this was not what these niggas promised, or this is totally different from how we saw things. You know what I mean? Like that's just America, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why to a degree when we talking about they should have been doing it for the people, or they promised the people that. Well, I mean, was it really like the people, or was they sold on the idea of a certain type of government that was going to do something, that was supposed to do something? we're supposed to operate in a particular manner. Like, yeah, we got our laws and stuff, but in practicality, it don't actually work how it looks on paper. On paper, it sounds great. It sounds like everybody got an opportunity to land at the free home of the brave. You know what I'm saying? If you work hard, you'll prosper. But in practicality, we really know it's about who you know. This shit is really definitely built on networking. I don't care how hard you work at your job. You could be the best motherfucking worker, but guess what? The boss's nephew, he gonna come in there and get a better position than you, be already over you, and it ain't based on the practicality of things that you working hard. It's based on these ideas and concepts of networking. You got to be careful with that shit, man. History tells one story, but you do some detail and digging, nigga, you find a whole different story.
Right, and those damn tribes owe reparations as well. As of the late 1800s, those 5 civilized tribes signed a deal with the U.S. to pay us reparations and shit. Yeah,
it was a beautiful idea.
Native American. Yeah, it was. They should have paid, man. Shit, man. But you know what, family? With all that's been said, we're here in the States. We got it. All of that's been said it underlines the importance to get the U.S. claim correct, to lay the proper foundation, to set as a prototype by which to carry and go after these other subsequent entities at some point, because they're not going to get away with this shit, and they're trying to figure out how to keep our asses confused. But at any rate, we need to get this American template together politically and how to actually formulate the proper approach, like the family said, to go after the U.S. government first. Because those global entities that know they owe, and the African Union as well, they watching. Yeah. They're listening very carefully. They're reading the language. They're trying to shuffle and switch the language. They're trying to pivot and adjust and all this to see. So they're watching. So it's critical. The time was on us to get that shit right today.
Facts. What up, A1? What up, Jake the Snake?
What's up, family? What up,
Good. What's going on, family?
What's going on? What's going on, family?
Chilling. How y'all feeling?
A1.
I got a face off in like 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes.
All right.
Really at 5, but y'all go ahead, close out. I'm about to go leave and make another stream and everything.
All right.
How y'all gentlemen doing? Sadiq, Jay the Snake, Scribe, Ruben.
Man, chilling, bro. Chilling, chopping up with the family. How you doing?
Amazing.
Congrats on your new job, too.
Cool. It sounded like you came over here and told niggas to get off. I'm just saying.
Who got the face?
That's what just happened?
Who got the face off?
Emmanuel and Apollo Bay.
All right.
Wild as hell.
Gotta wrap
That's
this
what just
up.
happened, right?
Yeah.
What I miss?
It sounded like you just came in here and told niggas to get out.
I'm trying to keep a schedule. That's all. No.
I got you good.
I know you got the gym all day, but we got games at 5 and 7 today.
Might come through there and shoot that shit up. Already don't like one of them niggas that's on the pen anyway.
I know.
Do that, bro.
We ain't gonna say no names, man. We ain't gonna do that.